On the labor demand report, and this is the report we're currently doing with GSG this year, we are looking at the employers and saying, what are the skills that you see in the workforce that are valuable to you? What do you see on the horizon that you're going to need? Is the current labor market providing those skills for you? And what can we do to provide those employees? Our labor reports have a really broad application to a lot of different people. It's not just businesses, but educational, as you mentioned, are interested, but also our communities. Our communities are interested in who's out in the labor force, because as we look at recruiting businesses and working with the businesses, we need to know where our labor force is today so that we can be prepared for the challenges tomorrow. Labor and workforce are the number one issue. They've been that way for as long as economic development has been a profession, and it'll continue to be that way in the future. Without workforce, there is no project. Every project has to align itself with the workforce needed for the business. GSG has always been great for us in finding new ways to present our data. So we have the full reports, and those are quite lengthy, and not everybody's up to reading those. They've worked with us to create one-page reports. They've also worked with us to create videos, because a lot of people prefer to consume content that way. So one thing we've always been very pleased with GSG is its innovation in trying to provide new ways for us to present our information. We get referral calls quite regularly, and one thing I'm always careful to tell other communities is to make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Not every contractor is going to be price competitive on paper, but you actually have to look at the services they're providing. And for the services GSG is providing, I've always found them to be very price competitive. They are providing services that some contractors don't always bake into their prices. Usually there's a small fee, and then what you really want is extra. One thing I've always appreciated about GSG is its transparency and what it's charging and what you're getting for that dollar, which, like I said before, I've always found to be very competitive. GSG has always been a model contractor for us. They've been very responsive and very supportive. And one thing that I really enjoy is they have services they offer, but they're always willing to customize. They are willing to work with you to create the report that you really need to tell, because every community is different. No two communities have exactly the same story to tell, and GSG helps us tell that story.